Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Thursday. Okay, let's do a time and temperature check really quick. So currently, it is 4:46 p.m. and it is snowing outside. I was just in the kitchen getting some coffee and cheers. Let me have a little sip of coffee. And I saw that it was snowing outside. Alex actually texted me earlier and he was like, "It's snowing here, is it snowing there?" And I looked outside and I was like, "No, it's not snowing here." But now it's snowing, but it's like, you know, when they're ice skating in Charlie Brown's Christmas where the snow's coming down like real light at first. It's snowing like that. So let's see what the weather is like in Indianapolis. It's cold outside. I went to get the mail. It's cold outside, but it doesn't feel super cold. Oh, it says it's 28 with a snow shower is what it says right now. So I don't know how long it's supposed to snow. Probably not very long. I do not know how long this vlog is going to be. So I said this the other day in I have 4 pairs of reading glasses. These are the 2 that I keep next to my computer at any time. They're kind of like the ones that are a little bit older and scratched, and so I use those just to have over here at the computer. And you can see where my priorities are for like being able to see. And then these glasses, which people refer to as my Sally Jesse Raphael glasses, although hers were red and mine are green. I do not love these glasses, but they are probably the most comfortable. Oh, he just texted me. I'm about to head home. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me see what he just texted me. He said, okay. Oh, he still has his headphones in for that. Okay, so, anyway, so these are the ones that I usually use to watch my TV shows on my iPad because they're like the clearest and they're not scratched or anything. And then these are the ones that I usually use for videos just because I like the black, the lenses on them. And then I have like 3 pairs in the kitchen, a pair in the bathroom downstairs, a pair in the bathroom upstairs. And then I have a pair in my bag, and then I have a pair next to the bed. I have so many pairs of reading glasses. Okay, so talking about Alex. So Alex has this meeting tonight that's like this once a month thing that he does. And usually like it's at this place, but they're doing it like through Zoom tonight. So he was going to stay at the office and just like do it like everybody else was going to be like, it's like 3 people there, 3 people, you know, other place. Anyway, so he was like going to do it there. But then last night, we were talking and he was like, I think I'm just going to come home. He's like, I'd rather be like at home and like in my comfy clothes. And so he's going to be over there doing the Zoom call. So I can't, even though even though he'll have his earphones in, I can't just like sit here and vlog. Like, I mean, I could, I guess, with Alex sitting in the background. But I told him, I said, I'll have everything done by the time that your meeting starts. He said his meeting starts at 6, but they like have to be on at like, this is what he just texted me. They have to be on at 5:45 so that they can do like a run through to make sure that like everybody's present, all that kind of stuff before they start at 6. So I have about an hour. Now it's not like, it's cold outside, but it doesn't feel like freezing cold. So if I get to the end of this and I want to continue to vlog, I'll just move it outside for like the last 20 or 30 minutes or something like that. But we'll start inside today because it's cold, but it's not like I can't sit outside. You know what's interesting is I don't hardly, like I never watch shows outside anymore in the winter. Do you guys remember the one, was that 2 winters ago? I think it was 2 winters ago that I was like sitting outside a lot watching shows. I don't. I always sit in the chair over there. So I don't, I haven't been like using my heated vest at all. I don't even think I have it out here. I think it's still in the closet. I have the batteries charged in case I wanted to use it because I think I was talking about it one night on here and I was like, I don't even have the batteries charged for it or something. And so I charged them up. I charged the batteries up for that. Okay, so today has been kind of a strange day. So last night, I don't know what's going on with me. I talked to my therapist about it today. I had a therapy session today at 2 o'clock. And I talked to him about the anxiety, which seems much better. My anxiety seems so much better. We talked a lot about, he gave me some specific things to do to work on with the anxiety, which was really helpful. I asked him, you know, like what his take was on me being put on medication at this point of where I'm at. And he was like, I agree with your doctor. He was like, I think that you're getting better. It's getting better and better. He goes, I really think it's situational. He goes, I don't think it's generalized anxiety disorder. He said, I think unless you have like a huge, you know, episode that continues to last or whatever, he said I would really wait on the medication. So he agreed with my doctor on that. The anxiety seems to be so much better. There's like a moment in the morning when I wake up where I feel, okay, before we left on vacation, it was like, I'd have a good day. I don't even remember now, but it seemed like I would have a good day and then like 2 not good days, or, you know, but when I would have a day that I was like really full of anxiety, I would wake up and it would last for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know? I think on New Year's it was like 2.5 hours, something like that, where I felt like really, really shaky and things like that. Now it's, I mean, less than 3 or 4 minutes. I wake up and I don't even feel like how I felt then. Remember when I was talking about I would feel like I was shaking like that and I would like look at my hand and it wasn't shaking? I don't even feel like that. I just, when I wake up, I feel a little bit off center. I don't even really know how to explain it. But I'm not really feeling the physical anxiety anymore, which is really good, at least for the last couple days, is really good. So, yeah, so I got up today. So this was interesting. I know people are probably like, Peter, the Sister Wives video, I know, I'm beating myself up about it too. So I have not done my reaction to Sister Wives this week. It's interesting because like with 1,000 Pound Sisters, so 1,000 Pound Sisters was on Tuesdays, and I would sometimes turn around and I would do my reaction to it on Wednesdays, and people that were like, I think in the UK it didn't come out till later in the week or something, because people would be like, okay, we can't, like in the UK, we can't watch it yet, so can you do your reaction to it later in the week? But with Sister Wives, because I always do it on a Monday, like I watch it on Sundays, and then I turn around and I do it that Monday, like, a lot of people have been like, Peter, where's your Sister Wives video? I've just, like, fallen behind, okay? Being on vacation, I had 2 weeks to catch up on. I've just fallen behind. I'll get it done this week, and then Sunday night I'll watch this week's episode, and Monday I'll be caught up by Monday. But I've been going to bed so early. And last night was, like, the third night. I feel like it's been like the last 4 or 5 nights. I don't know, you guys probably know better than I vlog and then I forget what I talked about in my vlog. But there's been several nights where I have like said I'm gonna take a nap and then I just sleep through the night. And last night was another one of those nights. I don't know what's going on with me. By the time I lay down to take a nap, like I'm ready for a nap. I don't feel like so exhausted that like I'm ready to fall asleep for the night. I'm just like, I need a nap for like an hour and a half is kind of how I feel. So last night I went to bed. I know it was 11:11 because I looked at my phone and I had just seen this meme. What were we watching last night? Alex was watching something. Oh, it was Jennifer Tilly, who's on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Was it her she was calling memes memes or something? She was calling them something funny, and Alex was like, oh my god, she's just like you. She called, because I call them memes. But anyway, I mean, I do it as a joke. I know they're called memes. But anyway, I had seen this like meme that said something like, when you see 11:11, it's come up like several times for me on, next time I see it, I'll just post it on I'll share it on Instagram. But it's come up for me several times on Instagram. It'll say like, you see 11:11 on the microwave and thank God, because now you know everything's gonna be okay in the world or something like that. But it's like so true. So last night when I laid down and I was like setting my alarm to get up at like 12:30, because Alex was watching, he watched 2 more episodes of something, I can't remember, of Love Island, or, because I think he's done with Yellowstone, so I think it was Love Island, the new one he was watching. But anyway, so he was watching TV while I was falling asleep, and I set my alarm for 12:30, and to get up, like, from my nap and, like, watch TV shows. I was like, okay, you have got to read, you have not watched any TV shows. Like, I wanted a night to just sit in the chair and, like, read. I was, like, really excited about it. Like, I have been, like, the last couple nights. So I looked at the clock and I was like, it's 11:11. So I fell asleep I was going to sleep at 11:11. With my naps, I fall asleep pretty quickly. But I fell asleep. Don't remember turning my alarm off. Again, I don't remember turning it off, but I must have. I must have gone off and then like I turned it off and was like, I'm decided to go back to sleep, because I woke up this morning and it was 6:30. I was like, oh my God. And honestly, I was kind of pissed at myself, because I was like, last night I had it like all figured out. I had 23 minutes left of The Woods, the Harland Coben show. So I was like, okay, I'm going to watch that. And then when I get done with that, I'm going to watch Sister Wives, and I'm going to take notes on it so I can do my video for that today. And then when I got done with that, it was going to be like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I'm going to read for like 2 hours. And then at 4, I was going to start another show and watch one episode of it till like 5 and then go to bed at 5. That was my plan. I knew I had therapy today at 2, so I was like, if I get up at 12, I can maybe film 2 videos, then go into therapy, film 2. I knew Alex was coming, because Alex told me last night, he was like, I'm going to come home and get in comfy clothes and stuff like that. So I was like, then I can start vlogging by 4:30, vlog from 4:30 to 5:30, and then be done like for the day. And like when he's doing his meeting, then when he's done with his meeting, we can watch Traitors. So that was kind of my plan for the day. Well, I woke up at 6:30, and I mean, I was like wide awake. I was like wide awake. And so Alex wasn't even up yet. And so I said to, when I started getting up out of bed, he was like, are you just coming to bed? I go, no, I slept through the night. He was like, you slept through the night again? And I was like, yeah. And I said, I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to like watch a little TV or something, and I'm going to come back to bed. And he was like, okay. He's like, I'm not getting up yet, because he didn't leave here till like 8 today. So I came downstairs, and my drama video is almost done rendering, so I'm going to have to transfer it over here. I did make a drama video today. I got one other video done today. So, I came downstairs, and I was like, okay, what am I going to watch? Because, to be honest with you, I was kind of half asleep, and I was like, I don't want to watch Sister Wives and have to take notes. And so I sat down, and I like went through my phone and stuff like that, and just kind of like looked at my messages, on my direct messages on Instagram and stuff like that. And then I watched the last 23 minutes of The Woods, the Harland Coben show on Netflix. Somebody actually yesterday sent me, I already had it on my list, but there's one, I can't remember what it's called now, but there's one that's on Prime. So there's 9, and there's a new one coming out too. They just announced it. There's 9 Harland Coben shows on Netflix, and then there's one on Prime, which I'll watch that one too. But I'm gonna like rank them in order. But anyway, I watched that, and I'll tell you where I rank The Woods, in case anybody wants to watch them. It's the worst. So that was my 7th one that I've watched. It's the worst out of all of them. They're not, I mean, none of them are bad. I like them all. I think they're all good thrillers. But, like, out of all of the ones that I've seen, I don't want to read to you guys the ranking, because I'm going to do that whole video. But out of all the ones that I've seen, it's my least favorite. I mean, I thought it was okay. I just wasn't really that invested in the characters. So it's about this, I think I talked about this yesterday, it's about these kids at this summer camp, and like these kids are murdered, and then all the Harland Coben shows are about something happened like 20 years ago, and then it's like now they're trying to like figure out, like catches up with them, and they're like, what's going on now and whatever. Like the one I watched before, Stay Close, was like this woman was getting married, and then like her past was like haunting her, like she had been like this like stripper in the past, and somebody had like been murdered, and all. It's like all of them are like that. It's interesting, a lot of them have sex workers in it. But this one was like completely kind of different than any one that I had seen. And it was about these kids that had gone this summer camp, and then like these like 4 kids had like either like 2 of them were murdered and 2 of them were missing, and one of them that was missing was the detective's sister. And his mom was missing too. And it kind of like played into the case that he was solving now, and so that case came back up. But then like the girl that he was in love with at summer camp, like I did not love her character. Like you didn't really get to know her character like as an adult, but like you got to know, I liked him and I liked his storyline. Interestingly enough, this was the one that didn't have like actors from the other shows. A lot of them have like the same actors in them. It was okay. It just was like, I don't know, I liked it more early on than later. And it kind of like, it was one of those two that like the last episode was like real slow, and then like the ending of it, like they wrapped up real quick. It was like, it should have been, they should have done like one more episode or something. I don't know, but I didn't love it. I ranked it actually, did I say this? It's 7 out of 7. So I got done with that, and then I was like going through stuff, and I was like, okay, what do I want to watch? Do I want to watch Shiloh? Do I want to watch this? And at that point, it was like, I made some tea, and I like checked on laundry and stuff like that. And I was like getting tired again. And I was like, how are you tired? Like you just slept like 7 hours, you know? And so I started watching Earth Abides, which I talked about yesterday, about like, it's kind of like an end of the world show. So I started watching Earth Abides, and it's good. The beginning of it is, so I can't ruin it for you because I'm literally like 10 or 15 minutes into the show. So it's about this guy, and he's like studies rocks or something. I don't really understand what he does. Like a geologist, but he like studies rocks and he's looking for some rock out, and he's like out in the middle of nowhere in this house, cabin kind of thing. And he gets like bit by a rattlesnake, and then he's in bed and he's like going through like, you don't know how long he's in bed. Like maybe like, it very much reminds me of like the beginning of The Walking Dead with like Rick being in the hospital and like 28 days. Is it 28 days or 28 days later or whatever when 28, which one's the one? The 28 days is the one with Sandra Bullock. 28 days later, is that the one about the zombies or whatever? But anyway, it reminds me of those shows where they're like incapacitated and they come to and the world's come to an end. It's very similar to that. He's like going through this like, he like cuts his hand to try to like get the the rattlesnake juice out of it, and all this kind of stuff. But then he's like in bed and you don't know how long he's there. And then when he comes to, like the world's come to an end, and he goes into town, and that's like where I'm at right now, is like where he comes into town. So yep, that's where I'm at right now. And so I was like, at that point I was like, you know what, I need to just try to go lay down. And so I went upstairs, and at that point Alex was getting up and he was getting ready for work. He was like almost like done getting ready for work. And I was like, I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to lay down for a little bit. He was like, are you like tired? I go, I am tired. I don't know what's going on. And so when I first gotten up, I was like, okay, well maybe I'll get up at like 11:30, 11, I'll lay down until like 11:30 and then get up and film a couple videos. And then by, when I'm done with therapy, all I have to do is my vlog. I ended up sleeping until like 1 o'clock. And when I got up, I don't know if I'm sleeping too much. I don't know what's going on. I was talking to a friend about it yesterday, and they were like, maybe you're depressed because you supposedly sleep a lot when you're depressed. I don't feel depressed. And I talked to my therapist a little bit about it today. Like he was like, I do have clients that, like with anxiety, sleep a lot. I don't feel like I don't feel like the anxiety is affecting me as much as it did. And I don't feel do I feel like I'm like grieving Boo Radley and stuff like that? Yes. I don't feel like it's as strong as it was, a month or two ago. Like I don't wake up like I've been in those periods in my life before where I felt like I couldn't get out of bed. Like I just was like, I feel depressed and like, what's the point? Like I don't feel like that at all. I don't know. I'm just tired, Somebody said on my vlog last night, they said, maybe your body's telling you that like you need a different sleep schedule. I mean, that could very well be. I mean, I have a screwed up sleep schedule. I just really I know it doesn't make sense to anybody else that doesn't have a similar sleep schedule. Like I totally get that, right? I know that my sleep schedule looks wackadoodle to anybody that doesn't have that kind of sleep schedule. But for me, like when I'm done with videos, like I close the computer and all this kind of stuff. And like I have the candles lit in the kitchen, like Alex and I have spent some time together. He's asleep for the night. And then I just watch my shows or I read. It's very, very relaxing to me. It's like the 4 or 5 hours that I get just to be by myself and just relax, like when I'm by myself during the day, I'm doing stuff. Like I'm either doing chores around the house or I'm filming videos or uploading videos. It's like that period of time that I have, like that to me is self-care. And I think that that's part of the reason why I'm like kind of resistant to giving that up, that sleep schedule. But now, I mean, I've fallen asleep early like 3 times this week. I think tonight I'm going to try to take like an earlier nap. I don't know if I even take a nap at all. I mean, I have to watch Sister Wives tonight. I have to, because I have to do the video before. I'm not going to I can't wait for it to be like Sunday again and I've got 2 episodes to watch. So, plus they've talked about the finances of Coyote Pass and I want to find that out. So, because I knew that was what this week's episode was about. So anyway, yeah, so, I mean, part of it, in all honesty, is the taking of the notes. Sit down and watch a show, like just if you want to just get an idea of what it's like, sit down and watch a show. Like when I watch like the Netflix shows and stuff like that, I don't typically take notes. If I watch a true crime documentary, I think I said this the other night, if I watch a true crime documentary, I might like I usually keep my phone open and then like little things that I want to, like when I did the Natalia Grace one, like certain things I wanted to like respond to, but it's like, it's still like relaxing and watching it. When I do Sister Wives coverage or like 1,000-Pound Sisters and stuff like that, like I'm the whole time like that I'm watching a show. It's like I'm like watching a show and I'm like quote, rewind, what did she say, taking notes. It's not like just just sitting there watching a show, you know, like it's like I'm trying to take notes. So like, anyway, and it's easier to do the videos like that. Like I love doing the Sister Wives coverage videos. I mean, they're so fun to do and I have so much, like I just laugh and stuff. But if I didn't have the notes, I would forget a lot, you know? And like I said the other day, people that watch Sister Wives, like they're pretty like very on it, you know, about like, well, no, she didn't say this, she said this. And that's why I'm like, okay, I'm going to take notes with that. That's part of it. Like, I mean, if I got up like this morning, I would have just watched Sister Wives and if I didn't have to take notes, and then, you know, like I like to take the notes for the videos, for some of the TV videos, because it's easier then to do it as well. Like when I started taking notes, I think it was really with Sister Wives because somebody said I got something wrong and I was like, okay, I'm going to start watching it and taking notes. But I don't know. It's just a different way to watch the show, you know? In all honesty, there was a lot that I missed in binge watching Sister Wives because when I binge watched it, I didn't take notes. Like the last 18 seasons, I didn't take notes. And so when I was binge watching it, like I missed a lot. If you watch Sister Wives, you'll know what I'm talking about. I didn't really understand it when people first started saying it to me because I was like on season 3 or 4 when people started saying it to me, like in the comments of the vlog and stuff. But they would say it's very repetitive and like they'll do an episode and then the next 4 episodes are them talking about that episode. I didn't really get it, but I was like on season 3 or 4. By about season 6. They're constantly talking about, like, an entire episode will be, like, them going to an ice cream shop, but then all the other conversations are about, so, like, the episode will be, like, hidden about, oh, he's taking all the girls to the ice cream shop, but really what it's about is them talking about what happened 3 episodes ago, or 2 seasons ago, you know? Mary really doesn't do anything this season except for, I mean, I feel like all of the footage of her, like at her bed and breakfast, like it's all at her bed and breakfast that she owns. And like the last week that I watched, she was decorating for Halloween. Which is interesting because like 6 episodes ago, they were having Christmas. But anyway, so she was decorating for Halloween. And then, I mean, it wasn't 6 episodes, but it was probably 10 episodes ago. You know, they used to just have like one Christmas a season. Now it's like they just can't catch up with the show. So she's decorating for Halloween. One episode, she has this friend that's like a designer, contractor or something. He was like doing her carriage house. Then another episode, she's tearing apart this like blanket that she made that has like t-shirts of hers and Cody's on it because he wants his t-shirts back. Well, I didn't really catch it until like the 3rd one that like a couple of those scenes, she's got the same outfits on, which, I mean, okay, that would make sense. That maybe you'd wear the same t-shirt, you know, hoodie. But the ones where she's, like, with her friend Jen and, like, the dress, like, he had this t-shirt on that said, like, pumpkin spice, whatever. And I was like, I think he wore that the last time. I think they're, like, filming, like, an entire day with Mary. And then they're using several of those for different episodes. Anyway, she just, like, sits in her house and, like, they show bits of her to keep her in the show. But then she just constantly talks about, well, I'm only a year out from my divorce, I'm 6 months out from I mean, it's always about, like, the divorce and her and Cody. It's very repetitive, and it's very boring. So, I don't know. I miss the early seasons of Sister Wives, honestly. I understand why people got so addicted to it now. Like, in retrospect, like, I watched it so fast. There was a real charm about Sister Wives. I mean, I can remember talking to my neighbor across the street, because I was like, she's like, telling her about watching it. I was like, oh, you might like it. I said, once you kind of get past the polygamy thing, you know? I mean, when you start watching it, it's hard to go into it and not be like kind of a little judgmental if you're not from like a polygamous background, which I think the majority of people aren't, right? And so you go into it, you watch it, but they're so normal, and they make it seem so normal, and they're very homey. I mean, it's like they have these Christmases, and Mary makes pajamas for all the kids, and they always like do this big Christmas, and they do these big dinners where everybody like brings stuff, and they pitch in, and it's like, it looks fun. It looks like, you know, and like, and early on, the early seasons, you can't really tell that Christine, Mary, and Janelle don't get along. You can't really tell that. It's only like in the later seasons that, I mean, now, this is the thing that's kind of sad about watching it. Now, you know, it's like all bullshit, you know? It's kind of like if you watch, I'm trying to think of a show like this, where you watch like, I don't know, like where you watch like a fictional show, right? But then you find out that behind the scenes, like none of the cast liked each other, and but you loved the show and you loved them getting along, but then you find out like they all hated each other or something like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that a little bit. I don't know. It makes me sad because I've been invested in it now for like 19 seasons, and you find out that a lot of it was lies and whatever. So anyway, so that I will watch tonight. Alex and I are also going to watch Traitors tonight. Last night we got caught up on the shows. So last night we watched, what did we watch first? We watched the finale of Real Housewives of New York. I don't even really know what to say about it. I just, you know, I was watching it last night. Something really dark happens on Real Housewives of New York. I won't even get into it, but yeah, I was thinking about this last night. Like I remember when I started doing drama, and it wasn't super serious drama. It was just lighthearted stuff, you know? It was like, I mean, honest to God, it was like Manny and Jeffrey releasing a palette. Like, you know, Manny would come out and say, I'm releasing my palette on Thursday or Friday. And then Jeffrey would come out and say, well, I've decided I'm going to release my palette on Thursday. It was total shade, right? But it was kind of funny shade. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't affect their businesses, like between the two of them or their friendship, but it wasn't like what we see today with like Colleen Ballinger and James. I mean, it was like dark stuff today. And it's almost kind of like if you're not covering that deep dark stuff, you know, like the Ruby Frankie stuff, I mean, all that, if you're not covering that kind of stuff, like people aren't interested in your videos. It's like, I think people are really interested in the dark stuff, right? Of like commentary. I don't even consider it drama, most of it, you know? And it's interesting with the Housewives. It's not just New York. It's like with several of the franchises. Like Salt Lake City is the same way. It's like, some of the things that those women, so we watched Salt Lake City last night, the first part of the reunion too, but on the finale, like Lisa, okay, Angie K, who I love, I've told so many people this in my personal life, Angie K, I have never had a housewife that has gone from my least favorite housewife to my favorite housewife so quickly. Like, I love Angie K. And her relationship with Mary this season, first of all, Mary completely redeemed herself in my eyes. My husband likes her too now, which is interesting because he was like, didn't even watch this season if Mary was going to be on it. She was so real and down to earth this season. I loved her, and I love that she shared her son's addiction story, and her as a parent going through that was so powerful. But Lisa can, like, she can throw it out, but she cannot handle it at all. I'm done with Lisa Barlow. She's so boring to me. And she makes this comment about Angie K's husband and circle jerks, because there's always allegations that he's gay and stuff like that. I feel like all these shows have gone to such a dark place. Like, it reminds me of how, like, drama commentary started, and it was, like, fun, ha-ha, and then it changed. And it's all also, I will say, with the Housewives, like, they always end on a very, it's like if they don't have like something really horrible happen, like New Jersey, we just saw this happen. It's like if they don't, we saw it with Orange County. It's like if they don't have something really, really horrible happen on the finale, it's like they're worried they're not going to get the ratings. And so now all the Housewives like have to have these like really crazy storylines, right? But they're tragic because they're about these people's lives. Not only that, but it's like the drinking is so excessive. On New York, if you watch New York, you know what I'm talking about. They're in Puerto Rico for the finale. And all this stuff goes down, and they are all tanked, with the exception of, like, 2 of them. They're all, like, I mean, some of them can, like, you can tell that they're, like, wasted, having this, like, huge blowout fight, right? And it's, like, it's so interesting because they've had this conversation, and you know, this Bravo conversation for a long time about, like, at the last season of Vanderpump Rules, they didn't even have, like, alcohol in the confessionals. Like, they would show a drink, but they would, like, never drink from it. And because there was so much drinking that occurred on Vanderpump Rules. And so with the Housewives, like, it's this huge discussion. Like, how much does alcohol contribute to what's going on with, like, the Bravo shows? I think it's an important conversation to have. We're also seeing a lot of people get sober. A lot of the Housewives have gotten sober or don't drink and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just a really interesting conversation. But so we watched last night. We watched Real Housewives in New York. Oh, then we watched Beverly Hills. It's so crazy to me that everybody's, like, so Team Dorit this season against Kyle. I don't know. I feel a completely different way about that. Maybe I'll do, like, a catch-up video about the Housewives on my Peter Watches TV channel, just because I've talked so much about it over here. Oh, well. So we watched Beverly Hills and got caught up on that, and then we watched the Salt Lake City, because it was recording last night. We watched the Salt Lake City reunion. We got caught up on all of our Housewives last night. And then we watched Watch What Happens Live, and it was with Bronwyn from Salt Lake City. They are coming for her on that reunion. It was with Bronwyn. It's interesting because, like, when she started the show, they said she was boring and blah, 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 whatever, and they were ruthless to her. Then when she realized, it's like, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. Like, you got to be ruthless too. Then they couldn't handle her. It was like, and I love her for her honesty. And when they were like, now she's this bitch, right? The camera stopped. Now they're like saying like she's this like lying, you know, bee and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, just because you don't like what she has to say and she's being confrontational with you now. I forgot I have to get this video up. Hold on a second. So anyway, Bronwyn and Julia Fox were on Watch What Happens Live. And then after that was done, Alex was like, oh, Jenna Lyons was on one that we hadn't watched. I was like, I'm going to bed. I got to lay down. So he was like, we'll watch it tomorrow night. So we turned it off, and then he went upstairs, and I think he was watching Love Island. And I laid down. That's when I fell asleep, and then I woke up. I woke up this morning. Alex was like, why don't you just stay up and get stuff done? I go, because I'm tired. I don't understand it. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't. I'm so confused. I don't understand. Like, why am I, like, needing all this sleep? I don't get it. But it'll be okay. So anyway, I'm kind of surprised he isn't home already because he said he has to start setting up and getting ready at 5:45. It's 5:17 right now. So tonight, okay, is the plan of plans. Tonight, we're going to watch Traitors. And then we'll probably watch What Happens Live with Jenna Lyons. And then I'm going to read for like 2 hours tonight. And the Alex Cross book. I'd like to finish Go Ask Alice and do the Alex Cross book. I think I'm going to wait until tomorrow. So tomorrow night, Alex has like a girl's birthday party that he's going to. So I can vlog late, get stuff done late. We have counseling. Oh, he just got home. We've got counseling tomorrow at 1 p.m. And then after that, I'll come home and I'll film some videos. He'll probably take a nap. And then he's got his girl's birthday party tomorrow night at, I don't even know what time it is. So he'll do that tomorrow night. And then, yeah. So my plan is to read a lot. Tomorrow night, I'd like to take a walk and listen to my audiobook a little bit. So that's my plan. This weekend is heavy reading weekend for me. I have got to get the first Alex Cross book done, and I got to get the second one like halfway through. Hello! And I got to get the second one like halfway through. I would love to get all three of them done by February 1st, but I don't want to. I don't want to go into February like only having one done, like I said this yesterday. Let me check in with him real quick, and I will be back in 2 and 2. All right, I'm back. Just when you come down, just let me know, and I'll move. He said I got about 20 minutes until he's going upstairs to change into some comfy clothes for his meeting tonight. You gonna make some coffee for your meeting?
No.
No coffee? A Coke?
Maybe.
Maybe a Coke. So this weekend is going to be a heavy reading weekend for me. Yeah. So, I'm kind of excited about it, honestly. I'm kind of excited just to sit and read. And I will say this, I like Earth Abides enough that I probably will, I think this weekend, oh, the video just went up. I think this weekend, my plans are to watch Earth Abides. Okay, let's look at the TV watching before I upload this video. Hold on a second. Weekly TV. Sister Wives, I've got to watch from Sunday. Oh, Found comes on tonight too. Is tonight Thursday or Friday? Oh, tomorrow we got RuPaul's Drag Race, RuPaul Untucked. Southern Hospitality is on tomorrow night. Oh, I'd like to watch Murder Under the Friday Night Lights too. And then Earth Abides. And I'd like to watch, if I get to other TV shows, I'd like to either start another Harland Coben. Earth Abides is only 6 episodes, so I might even finish it tonight. The next one I'm going to start is either another Harland Coben, one of the last 2 Harland Coben shows, or Silo. Yeah, so one of those. And then next week, Elsbeth and Matlock come back. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. I know. I want you. Anyway, okay. Let's go in and answer some comments really quick and see. When he's at his meeting, I will work on the drama video, the drama of it all. Okay, let's go in here and read some of the comments. I read comments early this morning, but I haven't read comments in the last Let's refresh them. Somebody said something about a TV show. Gina said, I watched the entire season of Traders UK last night. Was it good? Oh my God. Well, we've only watched the first 2 episodes. We might watch some of that tonight too. I'm excited to go back and watch the first season. So maybe that might be the next show I start after Earth Abides. Hassie said, it's been raining for 2 days. One good thing. It's interesting to see, like, when you guys watch the show, or watch the vlog. Like, Hassie just commented, like, an hour ago. So that would be, like 4-ish. Okay. And Gina did, too. Hassie said, it's been raining for 2 days. One good thing, I get to wear my LL Bean raincoat without sweating. In Florida, she said. That's fun. There's an LL Bean that just opened by us, and I don't know if it's like an outlet or not, but I want to go in there and look at it, because I love LL Bean stuff. I kind of like have these different like phases that I like to go through. I like to go through, obviously, very casual, which is sweatpants and a hoodie and a hat. But I also like a very punk look. I mean, not like, you know, I'm not going with like, you know, the safety pins in the ears and all that kind of stuff. But I like the t-shirts and like the plaid and like the Argyle sweaters over like ripped jeans. I mean, like what punk looks like, you know, on me at 52. I was never as punk as some of my friends. Some of my friends were like very, very punk. Well, like all the, like, do you guys remember the haircut that was like the shaved head with like not the shaved completely. Well, I guess there were some people that we knew that had shaved heads, but like the really short hair and then the haircut that went like down. Like all of my girlfriends had that before like everybody else did. Because I can remember like when they got it done, like everybody looked at them like they were crazy. And then we also had friends in ours in high school that like literally showed up at high school every day with like, who is this one guy? What is it? I can see the t-shirt in my head. But he had like the mohawk, you know, every day. And like sometimes he would like color it like green and stuff like that. I don't think we had like, halfway through my senior year is when we started seeing a lot of like the hippies. And I talked about this, like I have these friends of mine. They were like, I was really good. So they were twin sisters. And I was really, really good friends with one of them my sophomore year. And then the other one I was best friends with like my junior and senior year. And they both live in Washington now. One of them lives in Bellingham, Washington. And I don't know where the other one lives, like an hour north of there. And one of them is a teacher. And the other one is a naturopathic physician. They were the ones that came home to visit, like their dad passed away and they came to visit years ago and it's like no time had gone by. We drove around and listened to like New Order, like the band New Order and like the Smiths and the Cure and all this kind of stuff. But what was I thinking about them? So the one sister that I was friends with, I was friends with both of them all through high school, but like best friends with like the one sister my junior and senior year and the other one my sophomore year. The reason why it switched was she ended up dating this guy that was in a band. And remember my friend that was in, like my friend that from elementary, junior high, high school, college, graduate school. Okay. She dated this guy that was in the same band. So they would like go to band practice after school, just basically sitting in somebody's garage smoking pot. Do you guys remember those days? Okay. So then, because it was like a group of us that all kind of hung out together, one of our friends graduated and like went to college and moved away. So that wasn't part of the group anymore. So our group kind of like segmented it our like junior year. And so like, it was just kind of the leftovers. And so it was like me and her sister, my friend. She was the one that I used to go to the Wendy's at Castleton every day. And we would get a double cheese plain with fries and a Frosty. And we would dip our fries in the Frosty. That was her sister. She's a naturopathic physician today. And then my friend that she and I have the same birthday, but she's a year younger than me. And she was like, when we were seniors, she was juniors. And she actually was in Portland. A lot of my friends live out west, like in the Pacific Coast. And then there was a couple other friends. One of my friends actually watches the vlog every single day. She was one of like my very best friends in high school. It's so crazy. She like, I don't know why. I haven't seen her in a while. And we keep on like texting each other like we're going to meet up and stuff like that. But she watches my vlog every day. She's one of the vloggerinas out there. And she was like one of my best friends. I should tell some stories about her since I remember. So I remember she went to, I think she went to France for an she probably won't like say who she is in the comment section below. But she comments a lot actually in the videos. And she went to, and It's interesting because this was like before I was out. We both kind of had a crush on each other. And she went to, I think, France on an exchange, like a foreign exchange. Yeah, she did. I was like thinking, like, was it her or this girl that I ended up dating? Because she was friends with the girl that I dated in high school too, that ended up becoming coming out as a lesbian. But she went on like, they were both exchange students. But the girl that I dated, I think she went to Mexico for her exchange program. So my friend, she went to France, and I remember she came back. What was this album called? It was Black Box's first album, and she brought me the cassette tape back. And I can remember because at that point, that would have been, I think, her going into her senior year, so I must have just graduated. Oh my God, I remember her and I going to some graduation, and we were so drunk at this graduation. I don't remember whose graduation that was, but anyway, it was bad. I don't know if she was. I was, though. But I remember she brought me this Black Box cassette tape back. And that was before that album got really, really big. And I remember she came out, right after she got back, she came out, Black Box album. Here it is, Dreamland, 1990. So that would have been the year I graduated. So, and it was like everywhere in Europe. Everybody, everybody. Oh my God, I can remember all these songs. Open your eyes. How do I remember this song? I feel like there was one on there that was called like the name of a drug. Strike It Up. Strike It Up. Do you guys remember that? It was Martha Wash, I think was who was on the album. And they said it wasn't her or something like that. And then she was the singer of it. But anyway, I remember she brought me that cassette. And then I remember we went out on my dad's boat. Like, I was at my dad's house that summer, I think, and when she came back, we, like, went out, and, like, it was, like, she and I, and then this other friend of mine, and she didn't, but my friend that watches the vlogs, I will never forget, she had real cute, her hair was real cute, and she had real cute blonde hair, it was, like, this length, and she had, like, this white bikini on, and our friend would, like, wanted to go water skiing, and she didn't, I don't know why, I couldn't find, like, the water skiing thing, and so she, like, we tied a rope to, like, a log, and, like a stick, and she held onto the stick, and she had, like, a bra and her underwear on, like, water skiing out there. I remember my stepmom came home and she was like, what is going on out here? I was like, she wanted to go water skiing. So anyway, but she and I were like really, really good friends in high school, and she was a year behind me. She was also friends with my friend that lives in Portland. I think that's how I actually met her. And then who's like a painter in Portland now. And she, I remember like the friend that watches my vlogs and stuff, I remember the guy that she dated in high school, and he used to come up to me and be like, do you think she likes me? And all this kind of stuff. Anyway, do you know what? I can never remember his name, and I just remembered his name. So since nobody even knows who she is, I can say his first name. It was Josh. She'll die. I don't know how I just remembered his name. But anyway, and he was like a skater type guy and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, I think they ended up dating for a while. We would go downtown, and I remember we used to eat at this restaurant that was right next to, I think it was like a Schaefer's. No, Schultz's. It was a Schultz's, because Schaefer's was the fondue place. She and I used to go to the fondue place too. But we'd also go to Schaefer's, and there was one at Glendale at the mall. And then there was also one right downtown next to IRT. I feel like she and I went there one time with the girl that I was dating, and she and I were smoking clove cigarettes, and the girl that I was dating did not like smoking, and she was like real put off by it. I don't know why, I just remembered that. But we were smoking clove cigarettes. And y'all don't even know she's hiding in my vlogs. Hey! Okay, we're getting together. We're gonna get together. When I get done with this vlog, I'm gonna message you or text you, and we're gonna get together. So anyway, okay, back to comments. Alex is gonna be coming down here in just a second because he's gotta get ready for his meetings. I might have to move outside. Oh my Lord, it's gonna be so cold. Okay, did I get any more comments since I started this? Hold on a second, let's see. I always do that. No, I don't. No, Gina's the top comment, or the first comment so far. Okay, somebody said, Peter, Interstellar is one of the worst movies I've ever watched. I didn't understand why it's so acclaimed. Oh my God, that's so funny. Now I don't know. Should I watch it? Should I not watch it? Elise said, you can use your fingers when you're doing puzzles. I use Jigsawscapes. Okay, Jigsawscapes. Jigsawscapes. You know I'm downloading that. I'm so excited. Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't understand it. Christy said, I subscribe to both channels, meaning Mare and Amber's channel. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Naveed said, walking pad, I agree they are narrow, especially for a grown man. I have to squeeze my thighs together too much. I like it. I mean, okay, listen. For the winter and on the cold days, it's like it does the job, but it's not a treadmill. Like, I ran and walked on treadmills, and they are much more efficient. And I love that my husband has like this like work sweater on with like sweatpants. Party on the bottom, business on the top. Are you ready to set up? Okay, well, I'm gonna finish this up outside where it's freezing cold, but it doesn't matter because, listen, we're vloggerinos and we don't let any business meetings stop us. He's just laughing at me. Anyway, it's not that cold outside. I love you guys, and well, I'll see you in 2 and 2. Bye. Okay, I'm outside. I couldn't even get my coat zipped up. Let me just tell you, okay? It's really not that cold outside, but it's like snowing outside. So I thought we would go take a walk in a second. Let me show you. First of all, I still have the Christmas wreath up and these things down here, but like it's like snowing. There's probably like a ½ inch on the ground right now, and if you can see, whenever I like try to show it like snowing, it doesn't like really, but you can see like that's all fresh snow. So I thought that in a moment we could go take a walk in the snow. Take a walk in the snow with me. Let's do a musical, and we'll call the musical Peter's Boring Life at Home. And then there will be this musical montage where all the squirrels come and they dance with me. Come take a walk with me in the wintertime. Okay, let me just tell you how professional my husband is. Okay, we don't do all this for videos. It cracks me up. It's so cute. It reminds me kind of like, this is what happens when the tripod falls. Either one of the legs falls or this is what happens. Okay, that's not cute. Okay, look at, see? Ah! People are like, I'm getting dizzy, I'm getting sick. Come on, just hold up, please. Especially since I want to go walk. I want to take a walk with you, Mr. Tripod. Okay. My husband, so like you were a little kid and like you'd play Office or House or, no, well, I played all those things, Office, House, school, and you do the worksheets and stuff. And you'd always want to be real professional about it. Okay, so my husband already, like before I even got out the door, right? I'm like trying to zip up my coat. It won't zip up. So, by the way, I will tell you, a couple people reached out to me. This is where I need to link shit, okay? Because this coat is expensive. But a couple people reached out to me and they said, I love that coat so much. One person reached out to me and said that they like bought like everything for their husband that I bought for myself, which I thought was really sweet for you to do. I will say I love this coat from Aloe, okay? It is very, very puffy. I feel like I'm trying to wear it more because, first of all, it's the one coat that I bought this year, and so I'm like, I don't want to like buy, did I buy 2 coats or did I just buy 1? No, I can't remember. I'm like, I don't want to like buy this coat and then not wear it, so I'm trying to wear it. It is so comfortable, you guys. Like, it is so soft and stuff, but it is so puffy. I probably actually could have done a smaller size. I got an XL in it, and I could have done like a large in it. I think it probably would have been better if I got a large in it. But I was afraid that if I got a large, I wouldn't be able to like fit like a hoodie underneath it. But I mean, it is really puffy. But anyway, do you remember when you were like a kid and you like play like school or whatever? When I tell you guys this, you'll be like, yeah, I do that now actually at home. Peter, it's called being professional. But like, I was thinking about this today because I'm really thinking about moving my drama videos back down into the chair with the ring light. I mean, when I said it in a video not too long ago, people are like, we don't really care where you're at. If you're on the front porch or if you're on the bedroom, like nobody cares like where you're at. But from time to time, people will be like, I miss you being in the chair. Go back to the chair. So I've been thinking about like moving back to the chair. That's about as professional as I ever think about it, right? So I'm like in there and I'm like zipping up this coat, and like Alex has like the table. He pulled it over from the couch. He's got like the table over there. He's got the ring light on. He's like dusting everything off, making it look really nice. He's like adjusting the lighting of the lamp next to him, so it's like not too much with the ring light, but it looks just fine. He's like adjusting the books behind him, so like the books are like all straight. I'm like, oh my God. For a Zoom business meeting. Okay. But anyway, I thought it was really cute. So I was reading comments, but I'm uploading a drama video on my phone, so I can't read comments now, but shucks. Oh, shucks. I can't believe we got this snow. I mean, I read the weather every single day. You guys know that. You keep up with me, and there was no snow in the forecast. I mean, it's like coming down. Should we go walk for a little bit? Let's go walk for a little bit. Let's get off this front porch. Oh, this is what I was going to say the other day. I've said this before, but, you know, it's interesting because you know, after the accident, I think, like, I felt so cooped up in the house that, like, anything to get outside, you know, like, I can remember, you know, like, it being so cold that winter and early spring, and I would come out here at, like, 7 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I wasn't filming videos or anything, and I was going to bed so early. I would go to bed, I mean, you talk about every night, I was going to bed at, like, 9 or 9:30. I would just fall asleep. And so I would get up. I mean, sometimes I got up at, like, 6 o'clock. And I'd always just think about, like, who's up already, you know? Like, Tanya gets up early, but she doesn't get up that early sometimes. And so, like, Valerie gets up that early and Caroline gets up that early. So I would bring this thing out, this lantern that I don't even use anymore, and make a cup of coffee, and I would put my phone up, and I would FaceTime Valerie and Caroline. And then by the time I got done with them, like, Tanya would be up, and I would, like, FaceTime Caroline. And then sometimes I would go back to bed. But at that time, you know, I can remember watching, like, maybe it was later than that. I don't know, that I watched Below Deck, Mediterranean, that I was, like, I don't remember when that was. It was like I binge watched this whole season. But, no, because I wasn't watching a lot of TV during that time. I was having, like, a hard time, like, watching TV. But later, when I started, like, I think that first year, I just felt so cooped up in the house. I felt like I wasn't leaving a lot. You know, I feel one way one day, and the next day something changes even still. But, like, that first year, like, wearing the vest and sitting outside, I can remember you guys were, like, recommending, like, heaters for me for the front porch and stuff like that. Like, it's kind of funny how much that's changed. Like, if you would have asked me at that time, I would have been like, yeah, I have to sit outside. Like, it felt very much a necessity for me to, like, be outside, even if it was, like, 20 degrees or 10 degrees. Like, I can't even imagine right now, like, sitting out here and watching a TV show. I can't even imagine, like, thinking about it. Do you know what I mean? The last time that I actually thought about sitting out here and watching a show, like a movie or anything, was The Holdovers at Christmas time, because I was like, it takes place, you know, it's snowing and whatever, it would be fun. But I love sitting inside in the chair now, you know, which is why I want to get a new chair, because that chair has seen better days. But I'm like, I think it was just that, like, I needed to be out of the walls inside the house. And I'm really grateful for this front porch at that period. I mean, I'll never not be on this front porch. I love this front porch. Now I say that, I don't know, 2 years from now it could be completely different. But, like, I love saying hi to my neighbors, and, you know, in the summer, sitting out here, and I love vlogging out here and stuff. But, like, I don't know, like, that first year, like, I think I felt so confined to the inside that, like, it really helped me to get out here. I can remember I was out here and it was cold, you guys, like, really cold with that heated vest on. And I can remember I ended up buying a second, like, battery, because, I mean, I think I did that for 2 years, maybe. And then I just was like, I don't need to be sitting out here anymore. It's weird how things like that change. At that moment, if you had asked me, like, any of those nights, like, do you think there'll be a time that you'll go inside and, like, you won't sit out here and watch TV? I would have been like, oh, absolutely not. Like, I love sitting out here watching TV. Even this summer, I didn't sit out here and watch TV a lot. I don't know. Things change, you know? So, maybe 2 years from now, I won't be vlogging on this front porch. But I don't think so. I don't know. It's kind of weird, like, how, like, this vlog over, you know, just circumstantially has just kind of, like, changed through time. Like, I remember during the lockdown, I can remember during the lockdown, like, sitting in the driveway and vlogging, you know? And I can remember when that started, I actually remember having a conversation with, Melissa and Jason. We were, like, on a FaceTime call or something, because, you know, like, you would FaceTime people, and Jason asked me something, like, it was, like, right at the beginning, and he said, what are you going to do about videos? And I was like, well, I guess I'll just keep up with whatever's going on. That would have been a great time to start the Peter Watches TV channel, because everybody was binge watching shows, but I didn't. But I didn't, you know? I mean, that's how, like, so many of the people that got, like, really big on TikTok and stuff like that was during their time, you know, that all happened. I remember talking to Susie K Fitness, or Susie B Fitness, sorry, that when we met her in Florida, she's so sweet, I love her, and she was talking about during the lockdown was when everybody was working out at home, and that's when she was doing she still does it. She just had a release come out, but like the bands and stuff like that. And she was like, I had no idea. She was like, it was going to take off like it did, you know, like doing these workouts at home and stuff like that. She was like, but everybody was watching workouts at home, and that was such a, you know, people were watching stuff like that. And I remember Alex, like at first was getting up and like, it was in Florida, it was at some club, I think it was Space, and they were doing like yoga or Pilates from Space, the nightclub. And, like, they would have a DJ, but then, like, people would be, like, you know, 20 feet apart from each other, like, on the beach or at the club or whatever. And I can remember it would be, like, streamed live, and he would get up and he would, like, do that at the beginning. At the beginning, I remember Alex was all, like, projects and doing all this kind of stuff. And then, like, a week later, he was like, that was done. He was like, no more, we're not doing all that kind of stuff anymore. But I can remember, like, I don't think people are going to be interested in me vlogging from my car, sitting in my car. And, you know, to this day, I still get messages from people and emails that are like, thank you for so much for, like, getting me through that time. A lot of people message me and be like, I thought about this, like, when I was watching Mary during the lockdown on Sister Wives, because Mary was, like, completely by herself, you know? And so, like, people have reached out to me, like, I mean, even just recently, and been like, you know, I was all alone during that time. I was in an apartment. I couldn't leave, blah, blah, blah. And your vlogs, like, literally helped me get through that. I never even would have thought, I mean, like, at the time that I was doing that, I never would have thought that. But I was kind of worried about that transition, you know, at that time. And then, you know, not driving anymore, making the decision not to drive, I was like, okay, are people like, I mean, you know, for a while, people would be like, I miss the driving vlogs and blah, 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 whatever. Which, in all honesty, and I said something about it on the vlog, it was like, I understand that people do miss that. I don't really want to hear it, honestly. I mean, it's like, you know, it's, I mean, the decision was made through a traumatic experience that I had, and I feel like it's obviously 100% the right decision to make, and I don't, you know, it's weird. I don't really think about it much anymore about not driving. I mean, even when it comes to, like, the convenience of, like, I need to go get something, I don't even think about, like, well, if I drove, that would be easier. I don't ever really even think that way. I mean, it's, I don't know that I would have ever thought this, you know, 5 or 6 years ago, but, like, we don't live in a world where you have to drive, like, at all, you know? And I know, like, if you live in a big city where people take public transportation, and people do take public transportation in Indianapolis. Indianapolis is so spread out, right? But I don't know. I don't ever think of it, like, from an inconvenience point of view. I don't really honestly ever think about it. It's kind of weird. Like, Tanya and I were talking about that the other night. She was like, I mean, you used to love to drive. And I was like, I did love to drive. I love to listen to audiobooks and listen to music and take road trips. I don't miss it. I really don't miss it. I don't know, you know? I don't know if that's something subconscious that's going on with me. I think I made the decision and I thought it through and I processed it with people in my life and Alex and my therapist and sponsor. And I was just like, this is the right thing to do, you know? But I can remember, you know, even after that, I was like, how are people even going to want to watch me just sit on the front porch and vlog? And it's so interesting to me because it is like the wind is like blowing the snow. Like, it is crazy. What's weird to me about it is, like, I don't know why this never occurred to me to do this to begin with, just to sit here and vlog. You know what I mean? And, like, in retrospect, like, all the different places, like, definitely sitting in a hotel room patio. I mean, I enjoy that, but it's not like, you know, it's not ideal as far as sitting places, you know? Sitting here on this chair vlogging is probably, like, I don't know, it's been my favorite through the years. And it's just weird how this, like, the vlog kind of, like, transitions around my life a little bit. So who knows where I'll be from 2 years, but I don't plan to be anywhere other than, I still plan to be vlogging 2 years from now. I plan to be vlogging 10 years from now. I know it's crazy, like, when I say that to people, and they're like, do you really? I'm like, yeah, like, this is our 9th year of vlogging, and, like, you know, next year it'll be, like, 10 years of me doing strong, and you guys watching me, hopefully. Some of you still will be. You know, and I'd love to be, like, I would love to vlog for 20 plus years. I don't really know. Like, okay, so today on my drama video, I did this drama video about Jaclyn Hill. But in there, and I didn't even like, when I sat down and I started doing it, I thought it was gonna be a real short video and I wasn't gonna be talking about anything else than Jaclyn Hill. Oh, no. I was gonna talk about these Walmart Birkins and doing, like, kind of an update on it. But I didn't think that, like, other than those two things, like, I'd go off on a bunch of tangents. I definitely didn't think I'd talk about sea monkeys, Lincoln Logs, Cabbage Patch Dolls, and all this other kind of stuff, right? And I ended up going into this whole thing about, like, sea monkeys. And I was like, And I actually, like, included pictures in my videos and stuff. I know how impressive, right? But I was like, maybe, like, I'll do, like, a lot of that over here on this channel. Like, whatever happened to sea monkeys, like the scandal behind sea monkeys, or the scandal, like, childhood toy kind of stuff, or TV shows I watched when I was a kid. Like, you know, sharing my personal stories, but also talking about, like, the legacy of the Love Boat and stuff like that. Like, I love watching videos like that on YouTube. I watch a lot of those kind of videos, like, whatever happened to the cast of this. But doing that, but also sharing, like, my personal experience of, like, watching that show, you know? I don't know. Like, I'm constantly thinking about how to, like, change and morph, you know, my channels and stuff, and to be fun for me and be fun for people that watch it and whatever. So I don't ever know. But, like, as far as vlogging, there's my pool crew lady's husband. He's going out there to... They never came to get the trash today. They've been coming, like, late to get the trash sometimes. He's getting the mail. He's, like, 2 houses down from me, or, like, shot over. Because if he looks over here, I'll wave at him. She always looks over here, but he doesn't always look over here. He doesn't have a coat on. He just has a flannel shirt on, but he looked cozy. Anyway, as far as, like... Oh, here's somebody walking. She looked right at me. She was, like, walking. She went... She didn't wave or anything. She had her hood up, and oh, this doesn't have a hood on it. My coat. How did I not know that? Anyway, yeah, like, I mean, if YouTube continues to exist, and I live to be 85, I mean, in all honesty, I don't know who will watch it. Some 85-year-old man vlogging, but I love this. I don't plan on stopping, you know, and you'll have to drag me off of here. I love this. I love it, you know? I think out of, like, all of my channels, having 7 channels now, Alex said to me when we were on vacation, he said, what if you started a travel channel? Oh my God, the tripod fell. I need to get walking anyway. But Alex had said something on vacation about, like, why don't you start a travel channel? Like, I think that would be so fun for you. You could, like, because I wanted to do, like, a video walking through the hotel and showing that. And I wanted to show, like, the beach at Isla Mujeres at, like, the beach club. And I wanted to show different stuff. And Alex was like, why don't you start a travel channel? Like, you would have so much fun doing that and whatever. And your hilarious commentary would be, like, really good for a travel channel. I would love to do a travel channel. I mean, in all honesty, if I were going to start an 8th channel, I would do a travel channel. The problem is, it's like, it's not like we travel every week. You know what I mean? But I said to him, I said, well, what if we started a travel channel together? And he goes, I don't want to start a YouTube channel. So we've kind of gone back and forth. There was a period where Alex was like, I would do a couples channel, you know? We talked about maybe doing a podcast. I mean, it's been a long time since we've talked about this. We talked about maybe doing a podcast together. But, you know, the more, like, we thought about it, like, Alex has actually thought about doing, like, a podcast with one of his girlfriends. And, so I was like, well, I would do a travel channel, like, if you want to do it with me. And he was like, I mean, he goes, I would, you know, I don't really want to have a YouTube channel. He was like, I'll be in the videos, but he was like, I don't really want to, like, has no interest in being on YouTube whatsoever. But he was like, I think it would be really good for you to do, like, a travel channel. I think that would be fun, and you could even, like, book specific trips just to do, you know, like, we could, like, go out of town for, like, 24 hours or just, like, a night, and then you could, like, do a hotel in Louisville or a hotel in St. Louis or Chicago or whatever, you know? And I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, I mean, I could do that on my drama channel, or I could do that on my vlog. I could just do a vlog. He goes, no, but he goes, I'm talking about specifically, like, where it's, like, a night at the Ritz-Carlton, or, like, flying on this airline, or he's like, I love those channels. He was like, I think you would be good at that. It would be, you're funny. He was like, you know, it would be, like, good. And I'm like, the thing is, I don't really necessarily think of myself as a funny person. I have fun, and I laugh sometimes at the things I say because they're so stupid, but I don't necessarily think of myself as, like, a naturally funny person. And so he was like, I think that would be so good because it would be, like, from a different point of view. And, you know, he's like, you love to travel, you love hotel rooms. And he was like, you know, you could, like, you know, we could do, like, you know, 5 different cities and 5 different nights, and you could film it, and that could be, like, 1 month of videos. I don't know. Like, maybe that would be something that I would look forward to doing. I'm not going to do it. I mean, Mel and I are, like, massively changing the book club. Like, it's going to massively change. I'm really, really excited about it. I've got some changes coming to some of my other channels that I haven't really talked about. My Peter Watches TV channel, I have, like, 2 or 3 shows that I want to, like, binge watch and then start covering. I'd like by next fall. this is my plan for my Peter Watches TV channel. By next fall, I'd like to have like 4 or 5 weekly shows that I watch and cover. So it's like Monday I cover Sister Wives, Tuesday I cover 1,000 Pound Sisters, Wednesday I cover this. I'd like to do that, and then, oh my God, somebody is out there. Hey, he's like, somebody's like jogging down the street. Like, that needs to be me. I would like to like have a different day, and then on top of that do like another video. So like do like Sister Wives on Monday, but then also do like, if I watch like Earth Abides, like do the coverage of that. So my Peter Watches TV channel, I'd have a daily video that something that I cover, but also do that. And maybe in between, like once a week, do like everything that's happened online with like the Sister Wives, like a drama video, but not really, like a catch up. So I don't know. We'll kind of see how that goes. I've also thought about, like yesterday I did a Tammy Slayton video doing more of like crossover. I mean, people didn't seem to love it or anything like that, but I had fun doing it. Doing more crossover videos on my drama channel. So like on my drama channel, like when I covered the, what do you call it, the Ashley Madison thing, like the couple that was like featured in the Ashley Madison documentary, I ended up doing a drama video about that. So like I could move my drama stuff. I could do like, if I was going to do drama, I could do drama about like the Slayton family, the Sister Wives. I could do drama, because remember I said I didn't want to do drama on my Peter Watches TV channel, but like I could do housewife drama, I could do sister wife drama, I could do all that drama and do drama videos over on my drama channel about that. I have thought about doing that. I mean, part of it is I just don't think people are really that interested in beauty influencer drama anymore, you know? So it's like, I want to do things that people are interested in, at least some people out there. So I don't know. So I'm going to probably try a lot of new things over my drama channel this year. I would do a travel channel. It's not anything like, when I say that, because I know somebody will be like, Peter's starting a travel channel. It's like, no, I don't. What would I call it? Peter Travels? It's gonna be Peter something, you know. But I know somebody else gonna give me a title in the comment section below in case I decide Peter Goes Places or something like that. Oh no, there was that one guy that did that. What was his name? Andrew. What's his name? Is this his name? He's like an eye doctor or dentist or something. Andrew Neighbors. Was in his channel called Andrew Goes Places. Wasn't that it from years ago? Does he even make videos anymore? I don't even know. But anyway, we actually have a lot of mutual friends. That's the only reason why I know him. It's so weird. Like, he knows a lot of people that, like, my husband and I knew back in the day when we used to go out to, like, a lot of gay bars in Indianapolis. I don't know how that, anyway, weird connection. But, it's the same thing with, like, Mark Miller and Ethan Heathcote. It's like they have a lot of, like, mutual friends of ours that don't even live in Indianapolis anymore, but, like, anyway. I can't do Peter Goes Places then. What could I call it? Peter stays in 5-star luxury hotels. I wish that would be the rest of my life. I would love to do a travel channel. I think that would be fun, but I don't know. That wouldn't be anything that I would start right away. I think if I were going to start it, probably what I would do is like the next couple trips that we do, like I would film videos for it and then kind of like space them out and like do like one a week. This is the other thing is like, I think like most of the people that like I'm friendly with on YouTube like release videos every single day. That's not common for most YouTubers. Like most YouTubers release a video like once or twice a week. So in all reality, if I did a travel channel, that would be 52 videos that I would film in a year, right? So like 52 videos would be easy to come up with. But I also think like when I see travel channels, they're going to like Japan, Thailand, Australia, you know what I mean? Like I'm going to like Mexico 5 times a year. It's like, you know what I mean? You can only do so many videos going to the same resort in Mexico. So, I mean, I would have to do something different. I would love to do like a travel, you know, channel. I don't know how that would work for me though if I did it. But yeah, I think that would be something that would be fun. If I did it and I started flying a lot, that might get me over my fear of flying over the ocean. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about a travel channel? Anyway, should we go take a walk in the snow? A walk in the snow. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to pick this up and watch. It's going to go sideways. Let's hope it doesn't. Oh, it didn't. Oh my God, it didn't. Anyway, do y'all want to see the front porch before I take all the Christmas stuff down? Oh, look, see? This is where, okay, still looks very, very pretty. So this is where you guys were. You're on this little TV table, and you see all the snow that's on there and stuff like that. And then the wreath and everything is so pretty. Okay. Now let's go for a walk in the snow. Do you guys want to see the snow? It's not snowing as much as it was before, but the snow was blowing. Now it's kind of stopped a little bit. You know what? I should have done a video for my Peter does stuff channel called Peter Walks in the Snow. Look how pretty it is in Indianapolis during the winter. I don't know why I always like walk towards the pool when I walk. It's kind of just my thing. It is really windy out, you guys, though. Woo! Can you hear it? It's like blowing my hat off almost. Shoot! Let's go walk in the snow. Here, this should be my thumbnail. I actually have not visited. Everybody's still got their wreaths up. I have not visited the pool since my last walk in the snow. Okay, my hands are freezing holding this tripod. Okay, this is going to be a very short walk in the snow. It is freezing. Look at all the snow we still have on the ground, though. You see? No peeing. Be respectful. Look at this. We still have these huge mounds of snow. Tennis courts are still covered in snow. I mean, it's not as bad as it was, but... The pool. The pool. The pool. The pool is all snowy. Oh, I miss the pool so much. Look, they took the pool rules down. They usually put this huge, like, chain link thing around it. I don't know why they didn't do that this year. That's where I sit. That's my table where I put my stuff. My neighbor puts her stuff there. Sometimes we share the table. And there's where we sit. Or there's those chairs, lounge chairs. Unless they're taken, then we sit over there. Okay. I feel like I need a different thumbnail. Do you guys hear the vents rattling in the wind? I love the sound of crunching snow. Oh, let's go look at the lake real quick. Ah, my hat almost came off. My hat almost came off. When I went under the tree of love, I'm like slipping. I don't know how they're like running and stuff today. Like that guy was jogging out there. I don't know how. It is like so cold. I can see in these people's back windows and they have their TVs on. And it looks so... Oh, I almost fell again. Oh my God. Here, I'm going to walk in the grass where it's easier. But it looks so cozy in there. They have like... Oh, she's got candles lit. I won't show you guys. Oh my God. I almost fell. If I fall into this lake, it is going to be a new day. Maybe I should do a thumbnail with the lake in the background. You don't even know it's a lake, do you? There's the lake. Do the fish still swim underneath the water, even though it's frozen? I feel like I know that. They're like swimming underneath there somehow. Do you hear the wind chimes? See, it's lightly snowing. So pretty. I think this would make a perfect little thumbnail right here. I'm like so afraid of falling, you guys. That is such a pretty thumbnail, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to be very careful walking back. Some people like laugh when I fall, and obviously why wouldn't you? It's kind of funny to see. I mean, I shouldn't say, well, it's me falling, I can say that. It's funny to see Peter fall, but at the same time, then other people will be like, no, I didn't laugh at all. I was very worried about you. If I fall, I almost fell again, God. If I fall and I'm laughing in a video, I think it's fair to say you can laugh. They need to put something down on this. This is slick. I'm worried about my neighbors. It's so slick. We're gonna walk by the pool again. Look at the tree. The tree. These are the kind of videos that I love to film. I don't even know why. I know it's silly, but okay. Do you remember in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Why does this remind me of where the little, the fawn meets the girl, or I don't even know her name, when she comes out of the wardrobe, and then they go get Turkish Delight? Do you remember that? Why does that remind me of that? Okay. Whew. Whew. I love how my voice echoes in the winter. All right, well, I'm gonna get off here now because I'm about to freezing holding this thing with my hand. My hands are so cold. Anyway, I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Thursday. Whew. Stay warm, stay safe out there, you guys. And if nobody else has told you this today, that was like a bump of ice in the street. Whew. I'm not falling for you. I got stupid dad jokes. Anyway, if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!